people who challenge and inspire you. Spend a lot of time with them and it will change your life.
Beyond the court, sabelana ngolwazi, they share ideas. Sithukudinga ijalo jab, sithini story sakho, usitshela uqhamuka to introduce yourself.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Beyond the Court podcast, where we share inspiring stories from our participants, our coaches, our staff, just hearing their stories and who they are. Stay tuned. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family. Welcome to the PeacePlayers South Africa Beyond the Court podcast. This is where we'll be having conversations with our participants, our coaches, staff, partners, alumni, and also other guests that are friends of PeacePlayers. This is where we get a deeper insight on who they are and also allow them to share their own stories from their own perspective. On today's show, our theme is looking at the history of the city-wide tournament from the perspective of none other than our PPSA Legends. When I mean legends, these guys go way back. They go before time. I don't think I was even born or in the program when they were around. Just to introduce our guest, today I have none other than Sihle Ndima, also known as Mhligo, and Phumlani Ndandwe, also known as Coolp, the best duo for Umlazi. I don't know if you haven't noticed, they have cool nicknames other than I just have Nish, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Gents, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Nish.
Thank
Hello.
you very much for honoring our invite.
Yeah.
So before we begin, our Peace Players culture, on and off the field, we always start with something called an icebreaker. You know, just make you guys welcome and
I
chill.
remember those.
You remember those?
10 years back.
Okay, let's keep them for the real deal. So our icebreaker is called This and That.
Yeah.
This is where I'll be giving you guys statements, and then you get to pick whether you like this or whether you like that. Whether you like chicken or whether you like beef. Whether you like mince, whether you like whatever. So let's get into it.
Okay.
The first one, would you guys prefer? I want to hear. So I know you guys are, yes, you are the Umlazi duo.
Yeah.
But you guys are two different people.
Yeah.
So would you guys prefer Umlazi or Waterloo?
Can I go first?
Yes, definitely.
It's Umlazi for me. It's Umlazi.
Okay. You were telling just very interesting.
Really? Why would you? Okay, just want to know why.
Yeah.
Why did you pick Umlazi?
Bruh, I grew up there and I even have a song that is well known called Direction Yasemlazi.
Okay.
So I can't sell my people out.
Okay, you're for your people.
Yeah.
And Coolp, why did you choose Waterloo?
You know, something different. I've been stuck. Election for so long.
Okay.
Now I need some air, you know.
A different taste, a different feel.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you guys are into production.
Yeah.
So if we had to look like in the entire field of production, would you prefer music production or videography?
Can I pick both? Or one?
You have to pick one.
I have
It's
to
either
pick
this or
one.
that.
Ah,
Yeah.
It's a tough one, but I would say music because even when I'm doing video, I'm mostly doing sound.
Okay.
So I would say music production.
I was hoping you'd say music because for you to just take out a whole song from Mlazi, you have to love music.
Yeah.
And Phumlani,
Music as well.
music as well.
Yeah.
Are you following the crowd or is this something that is you?
Yeah, I'm a producer.
Okay.
Just that I don't touch keyboards and computers. I just help with strategies of making the top song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ever since.
And you're also a rapper as well.
And
Really?
Yes, I'm a good one. I'm a dope one. Yeah.
I love that. So speaking that you're a good and dope rapper, so I want to know, another this and that, would you guys prefer mentoring someone or being mentored yourself?
I prefer to mentor someone. When you look at my age, my experience, I think your experience must be
Offload.
shared. Must be shared, yes.
And then Coolp,
Yeah.
mentored as well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so you guys have been, if I say all our events, you have been there from day one.
Yeah.
You've been there from when we started, when we were moving, and where we are now. So, would you prefer the citywide tournament
Yep.
or the Girls Basketball Festival? Yeah, I knew
Yeah.
I'd catch you.
It's it's a new thing to me, the girls tournament.
Yeah.
We never have those back in the days. But it's very interesting, you know. Girls are shining. And even in the citywide I saw a game where girls and boys were in the same
playing together,
teams. That is new and it's good. So yeah. I like coaching. I used to like coaching girls back in the day, so I enjoy more when girls are playing.
Okay, so you'd go
Yeah,
with the
so I
Girls
would go with
Basketball
it.
Festival.
Yeah.
And Mhligo?
For me, it's a citywide tournament.
Citywide.
Imagine like different schools all together, different township, different Janama race. You have like whites, Indian coloreds, blacks. So for me, citywide is always bringing that flavor of. We used to say at PeacePlayers, like there was a slogan. We're bridging divides, we're changing perceptions. You know,
Building leaders.
it's what it's saying. So it's a citywide tournament. Just show that on what we used to say before when we're saying we're preaching divides.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there because you're now gonna go into my other. I'm not gonna be able to present because you're giving everything out. All right. Last but not least, I know this one I'm going too far, but I want to know. You guys have been with PeacePlayers from day one.
Yeah.
But then you've started your own thing, which is From the Roots.
Yes.
So which one would you prefer? Is it From the Roots or is it PeacePlayers SA? I know this one is
Why are
tricky.
you asking me?
I have to throw it out there.
What a question.
I know.
You have to pick one thing.
Yes, you have to pick one. Unfortunately, can't pick
Because
one.
like PeacePlayers raised us. This was PPI, it was PFP, PPI, and then now it's PPI, it's PPSA, you know? So for me, I would say From the Roots.
Okay.
I would say From the Roots because now that's our baby.
Yes.
You know, that's where we live.
Okay. And Coolp is a
Yeah, man. I would say PeacePlayers, bruh.
All right.
Because From the Roots, we most of the time, for the past few years, we're dealing with creatives from the township. So there is a lot of too muchness there dealing with those people. They are old already.
Okay.
So you can't, teach them life skills and aspect because our lyrics, in my songs, I educate about being black, navigating situations in the township, So I said PeacePlayers because they are kids, And for the reason that I'm seeing here in the studio, we have Utandega, which at some point I have coached, Utandega as a kid. So I love teaching kids about making smart decisions,
Okay.
and
we
having a
definitely-
dream,
All right.
being a role model to the kids.
That's great. So we definitely stick. Okay, now I know who's for who and Mhligo, I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we dive into deeper conversations with our guest, here is a quick video from Grow Cooler where they speak and they talk, like Coolp has mentioned, about PeacePlayers. Check it out.
The Grow Cooler movement is an international movement for activists, artists, entrepreneurs, and social sector professionals to unite and leverage their individual passions, talents, and resources to collectively build socially and economically just societies. It uses disciplined and scientific approach to achieving change while relying on creativity and passion as the driving force and inspiration behind a movement capable of achieving such change.
Like, what is Grow Cooler, but what impact would Grow Cooler have? Like, what's the...
Grow Cooler will make social activism the new role model. The guy who gets involved in the community, the guy who do good for his brother, the guy who thinks, who wants to give back to the community will be the new role model. I think part of Grow Cooler will be try to shape that, reshape the entire concept of what a role model is.
SIO is a community-based, non-profit organization that mobilizes and trains out-of-school youth to implement life skills, arts and sport-based activity. SIO's objectives are to inspire behavior change so that the youth will be empowered to make smart decisions around issues of school dropout, drugs, crime, HIV and AIDS, and any other social ills that affect them.
History of Peace Players. So my very first question, or something to dive into the conversation, who are Sihle and Phumlani, and how did you get your nicknames? Because I need help. Niche is not, it's
ne?
just out there.
Yeah, ne. Unish ushuthi no devil.
I don't even know.
Yeah, ne. I remember just after I came across basketball. It was rap music. And then somehow rap music, we were dominated by overseas rap. And then they had cool names, you know. Then I didn't know, those names back in the days, you know, they were getting those names because they are running away from the other names that they were given there in America. So I said, okay, Coolp. You know, I made my own name because I'm Phumlani and I was young and cool.
And
you
cool.
know,
Oh, okay,
I was young and cool, you know. But UP is not for Phumlani. It's for preacher. My father was a reverend.
Oh.
So I can't do church. But I can preach in the community events, through my rap. So I represent my dad, you know, because he taught me about respect, you know, about those things. So yeah, that's how I gave myself that name. And then it's cool to say people, I started calling my name Master P.
Okay.
And I find out to see there's a Master P with hip hop valley in America who is a rapper. And I was like, nah, that guy. You know? And then I added cool. You know, because sometimes I used to be cool and collected, you know, calm and quiet. Not until I was radical.
And Mhligo?
Yo, hey, for me it's crazy. I remember I was in Zwelibanzi High School when this name came. I was also Method Man. You know, I was Method. They used to call me Method. Method from another famous group in the States, you know. There's Red Man and Method Man. And then one guy said to me, hey, bro, whenever you're on stage, you are killing it. We're shippies, Mike, we're shiggies. You know, and the same guy, when he came to my place, you know, Ezongbiza, I said, Mhligo, you know.
Okay.
I beg, we're both rappers. It's say Kamalak. So, hey, that name, if you don't like that name, people will always call you.
Yes.
Yeah, with that name. So I was Mhligo in Zwelibanzi High School. And then I tried to stop the name, but it was too late. Because they used to say I was killing the mic whenever I'm rapping. So Mhligo comes from Umhlipiliz, Wishigis, you know? So that way it came out, and that's why I'm Mhligo.
I love how you guys are bringing it way back to where the name come from.
Yeah.
So now let me take it back. How was growing up in Umlazi? How was life in Umlazi? How was growing up there? How is life, or how was life in Umlazi?
Yeah. I can start. For me, it was, you know, growing young as a young boy in Umlazi streets, you are not aware of certain things because now primary, you know, as you grow, I think you started seeing things and then your mind will also grow. So I can say it was normal. Up until primary school, I lost my mom.
Okay.
So that's when it started like to be like, what is happening? You know, I saw the world in different perspective. And then high school, I lost my dad. That's when I was like, okay, now I was raised by different members of the family in different townships. So I was like, okay, life is serious, you know, and they were both killed by other boys in the township because my mom was going at work in the morning and then he was shot. Before phone, there was a robbery happening, as well as my father, like at the petrol station, pouring petrol, straight bullets, because there was a robbery somewhere, you know? And then I was confused. That's when I was like, okay, I'm growing up now. Let me start something. When I started music as well, at the same time, during high school, when I was starting music, because it was not easy because you see there's crime outside, there's peer pressure, there's drugs, and then at the same time you want to fit in as a young boy growing up, so you had to make decisions. So yeah, so luckily I chose the right side of becoming someone who wants to help out on the situation. So I think that's the time where I met Phumlani when I was doing grade 11 to matric, and then we started a group, a production called Jungle Core, and then the rest is history.
It's history.
Yeah, and then we also started Wise Weights for the people. So growing in Umlazi for me was challenging, but it was challenging when you were growing up as well. You can't see it when you're young, but because of the experience and challenges when you were growing up, we are born with election shubili. Yeah.
Yeah. Sihle is right. You know, growing up from Umlazi, it's a township. It's a township in South Africa. So South African townships are poor. So if you're a kid, you don't say that because your mother provide you with food and everything. Your family, it's nice. But growing up in Umlazi, you go to a primary school with no infrastructure for sports. You know, with no infrastructure for practical skills, you know, going to high school with no infrastructure so we're lacking infrastructure in Umlazi. That's why I experienced. And I was so curious about those conditions in such a way that that is the reason, some of the reason I joined PPI, PFP those days, because there was this collective of young people and international people coming together to talk about issues that we face in our township, you know. And then so growing up in Umlazi is not an easy thing when we're coming from a poor background. It's harsh, and that is the experience. That's what made me to start programs and organizations so we can address some of those issues.
I heard the word PFP, and I'm very much interested. I know that was what we were called before, and that's not what we are now. So what I wanted to ask is, how did you join PPSA? Okay, it's now PPSA. How did you join PPSA? What year? What were your roles that set you or others in the organization? I'll start with Coolp because you brought that up.
Yeah. I remember in 2004, I was coaching my school.
You know what's funny? Sorry to cut you. 2004, you were coaching. 2004 was in grade 1.
Okay. So I was at Okwin Comprehensive Technical High School. That's PE section in Umlazi. I was already coaching girls there, girls basketball team, you know. And I was also coaching another girls team around my area, L section, you know. And then I saw these white people coming in and out in my school at some point. They were talking to the teachers about the program, the LDP leadership program, the PFP leadership program. And then somehow they were introduced to the basketball team, and I was there. And I met Brian Shea, one of the very effective fellow member of the PPI back in the days. Brian Shea, who was coming from the US to work with the PPI here. So Brian Shea, so we connected. You know, we talk about a lot of things in a short period of time. In 2004, I was doing matric, and then he said, "You know what? In 2005." Find me, and then we'll make a plan. We're doing this thing, and that thing. I say, okay, 2005. That's what I did, you know. And I remember because I was supposed to go and fix my subjects, my matric subjects, and I didn't go there because I wanted to go to playing for peace, because you know, when I was playing basketball, you know, I felt very free, like everything can happen. I forgot about my home programs, about anything, you know. And basketball it gave me hope because, you know, I can actually do something in life, you know.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's what happened.
That's very inspiring and good to hear.
So that was playing for peace those
That was
days.
playing for peace. Okay,
Yeah.
playing for peace.
So in 2005, I just found. I remember in February, I made sure I found Brian Shea, and then I went to the playing for peace training and playing for peace retreats training, because that's what we used to do back in the days.
Yeah.
We used to take all the coaches out there. We used to use Shongweni Dam, do all the activities there. Team building activities.
It's good to hear.
Yeah.
Mhligo?
Yeah, I think maybe on the following year when he's saying 205 and then the 206, that's when I joined PeacePlayers International. It was now PeacePlayers International.
Okay, so there was a transition.
So me and Phumlani, we came a long way because we were working in the same studio.
Okay.
I found Phumlani and as well as another guy called E.G. Sibonelo Cele. They had a production, a music production. So that time I was in AA section looking for the studio. I'm a rapper. And then my friends called Wakuba Ukumete and Kenny introduced me to these guys because they had a music production, Jungle Core production. So I started meeting with Phumlani around 2006, and then he was working for PeacePlayers. To cut the story short, we did music, and then I was close to the camera. I love camera. I had the camera during that time, and I wanted to shoot more because we had a production called We Live It. So, and then Phumlani, when he goes to coach Ingane at Cobezela, I used to go with Phumlani and take videos of Phumlani doing the coaching and stuff. But I remember one day I did a documentary of Coolp.
Okay.
For PeacePlayers documentary, but it was focusing on Phumlani's coaching sessions. So that was viewed by right people. I remember Omet Geshki was the MD during that time. They viewed the documentary, and then I was also interested because now I go on the Phumlani's sessions.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go on the coaching clinics.
Okay.
I met different coaches, and I'm not a coach, but I'm there with my camera, And I'm also a rapper. People have started to recognize, would say, this guy.
There's someone here.
Yeah. And then, but the interesting part, something that was drawing me close to the organization was life skills during that time.
Yes.
I fell in love more with life skills. So, and then to 2006, 2007, I started joining PeacePlayers. I was a coach as well. Because of, I had a friend that was like coming in, and then I was always there. And then I was like, let me also be part of the family. So that's when I came in PeacePlayers, and then I was also part of the retreats. Whenever we're doing retreats and coaching clinics, we used to do them island. So I became part of the team, and then my school was also Icobezela when I was first starting. Phumlani was coaching girls, and I was coaching boys.
Okay.
Up until after 2 years, I had my own school, which was in Ndongeni.
All right.
So I started coaching in Ndongeni. I think he was a lead coach that time.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were then flowing with.
After that, you flowed.
With PeacePlayers, and then we did more amazing stuff. I just remember something like when I'm thinking of like Grow Cooler, which is my production, and then Phumlani had Siabatanda that time, and then we wanted to we had Wise Weights, which was bringing Grow Cooler and Siabatanda together, but we had like Wise Weight session. We used to invite about Raquel Thompson, which was like some of the volunteers, Omet. There was guy like Zach. They used to come to our session. And then that sparks, we see that you guys are doing something for the community.
Yeah.
Let's just bring people now from Joburg to teach you and see how can they fund you. And then there was something called Ashoka that came with PeacePlayers.
Okay.
And then we were the guys who won that thing because of our community service. And then after that, because of the sessions that we were doing, we were able to buy sound for our sessions. And then our sessions were proper because of the Ashoka man, because we won like maybe 12 grand or 10 grand.
Wow.
It was huge during that time.
Yeah, not now.
So that was like a small boost.
Yes.
Of something that we started, because Wise Words, Phumlani came up with the idea. of like starting Wise Weight. It was a collection of youth from different parts of Umlazi. We're using art to fight different social ills that we are dealing with in our township.
You know what happened?
What happened?
We saw PPI is addressing this age to life skills and the basketball.
Yes.
But every time when I come home back from coaching, I'm like, I discover more other issues that are facing these kids when they are back home. That's when we started other organization so that we can focus
On those
and then
different
the
topics.
PPI people, they saw that.
Yeah.
The PFP people, they saw that, and then they made sure they recommend us for support, and some of them personally funded some of the events and organizations. We are from the root now, but the names
started
keep
way
changing
back.
because we're evolving, the concept is developing,
Yes. Lovely stories. For someone that's here now at PeacePlayers, it's good to hear where our coaches and alumni come from, what they've been through, the development and the impact that they make. Ladies and gentlemen, Coolp mentioned something. He said now they are called From the Roots. So check out a video of From the Roots where Coolp also shares some of the insights.
PPI usebenza kuma-area u-7 mawucoach u-grade 6 no-grade 7 ngesulukubingelela ngesixhosa molweni ukhona empumpulo yes nasemolweni Durban City lamonke chaswe umlazi
Yeah, PeacePlayers, PPI, learn, share and care.
That's good! Basketball! Check it. Check it. Yeah. Wonke umuntu njengamanje khanda lakhe lithi ngeke. Check. Wonke umuntu njengamanje khanda lakhe lithi ngeke. Yeah. Wonke umuntu njengamanje khanda lakhe lithi ngeke. Yazi uPPI usebenza kuma-area u-7 mawucoach u-grade 6 no-grade 7 ngesulubingelela ngesixhosa molweni ikhona embulo yes nasemolweni Durban City the Chatsworth umlazi the last one is Wentworth. It's a great wonderful day so dlala basketball just remember we lay up uthi 1-2 now njengamanje let's go to we balance high elbow and follow through Mhligo rephayo Makuthiwa kora ngoba bathi yo makuthiwa uyiskora we breaking device umfundisi mngayi advice ngasho ekuqaleni uthaya uhlala emqaleni listen rina wonke umuntu njengamanje khanda lakhe lithi ngeke yeah wonke umuntu njengamanje khanda lakhe lithi ngeke wonke umuntu njengamanje khanda lakhe lithi ngeke It's a great, wonderful day, madlala basketball. Just remember, we lay up, uthi 1-2. Now, njengamanje, let's go to we balance eye apple and follow through. Mhligo rephayo ngiyanitshela isitrue. Makuthiwa kora ngoba bathi yo makuthiwa uyiskora we breaching device umfundisi mngayi advice ngasho ekuqaleni uthaya uhlala emqaleni listen ukuqala ukumeditate ukukhuluma
See, coachy basketball.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know you enjoyed that video, but I want you guys to hear it. So our next segment, this is where we dive into the history of From the Roots and other projects that they are currently working on. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
I know when I asked you of your involvement with Peace Players, you mentioned some things about From the Roots, the
Yeah.
different names that you were called, how you evolved and how you became who you are right now. So how was From the Roots formed? I want you to share your stories with different relationships that you have with Peace Players alumni, with David Flynn, and what is From the Root Base Camp?
Yeah.
That goes back. You know, we
I
were
know
not
you go
even
way back.
we were not even called From the Roots. There was a time when we were SAA.
Yeah. Okay.
and
Maybe
social
you know when we're
innovation.
doing these events like the Wise Weight events, Grow Cooler events,
Yeah.
the PPI people from the States, they used to come to our events, ne?
Yeah.
So at this one point, we're doing this HIV events in collaboration with AHF, the biggest like AIDS organization in the world, I think. Yeah. So we did this event because they had a problem. You know, people didn't want to. There was a stigma. People didn't want to volunteer and go to test in the clinic.
Yeah.
So Tina, what we did, we came with an idea from scratch. You could see, no, gonna use door to door. So and the mobile testing. So if you're going out and you see the mobile tents everywhere, mostly in Umlazi or in
Yes.
Durban or in KZN,
Yes.
that was our
We
idea.
started that.
You know, so those people came to our event, and within 2 hours they tested 99 youth.
Wow.
Within 2 hours, 99 youth. You know, those days was hard to even test 10 people because people there was a stigma. We didn't want to
can't
go
go to the
test because
clinic.
you know,
Just
people
saying,
talk-
yeah.
So David was there. You know, because David was there at the time, and he was there. I think he was coming back from America at some point, and then he came back. We were with him at the PPI. He went back to America, and then he came back because I remember giving him a call. You know, after because he came back to that event. He came to that event, and then he saw everything. And then he was touched. He would say, "Hey, these guys are doing bigger, exploring other side of the community than the basketball and life skill. They're doing arts and everything. You know. So Dave, I think he was doing something like that at school. So he was very interested in his community work. And then he went home, and then we continued with Mhligo. At some point, I heard that he's around, and I called him.
back, yes.
You know, I say, "Hey, Dave, I say, what's I? You know, Nami, I'm here in J. You know, I'm dealing with a lot. I came here to see what I can help with here." And I said, Nami, you know what? Nami, there's a plan here I was doing. Isiabatanda. You know, we were based in one of our schools in PB section.
Yeah.
So the principal gave us the cottage, the house that is inside the school as an office space. And then we're doing basketball, then karate, netball, you know. And then Dave came and said, Nami, I just want to help you guys. You know, and then Dave came with the Social Innovation Advocates as his organization to help us, the activists and entrepreneurs from East South Africa, with professional development, so we can be able to run our organization properly. And then when Dave asked me, he said, "Where is Sihle?" Yabo, I said, Sihle ukhona, singamfonela manje. He said that he's busy constructing a Grow Cooler multimedia production.
All right.
So then Dave came, and then we get in the car and we went to see Mhligo. And then we saw Mhligo. We were all excited. Hey, I'm doing a Grow Cooler, and then I'm doing Sabatsan. Dave is doing a Social Innovation Advocates, and then we came together.
Wow.
So it's a combination of all these things.
And then mind you, these things are common. And then we almost we came to a point of a common vision. And then we decided to come under one umbrella, which is from the roots.
And while you're still there, I remember someone who introduced us to AHF for our first event. It was Sean Tui.
Yeah.
So Sean Tui knows a lady called Terry Ford from AHF in American. So while we're starting Wise Weights, we wanted to have an impact in our community. And then Sean had another idea of starting Isianda. Maybe you can elaborate on that. That's how
I don't know if you
all came together.
Yes. I don't know if you know Sean Tui.
Yes.
Yes. Crazy dude. Super crazy dude. Yeah, man, a driven guy, like a change maker. You want to make everything to happen, like right now.
Yeah.
You know. So Sean Tui, we heard about us. in the wise way it's election because we rented the RDP election and make that the first base camp.
Yeah.
You know, we were renting RDP. We were meeting there with the youth activists and then Sean came. Sean is coming from America because somehow he had to go to HF at funding.
Okay.
Ezofana la.
Okay.
Ezofana la eMzansi, yabo?
Yeah.
And then came to us, Sean. Besides to run for funding, but see, we were all worried about the follow-up plan when people discovered they have HIV.
HIV.
So EHF didn't have a follow-up plan for the people who are tested positive.
Positive. Okay.
So Tina, I remember with Sean and Socks, which was one of the PPI alumni, old school person. We went to Eastern Cape to research about sports and HIV and follow-up plan. Yeah, well, that's a long story of the Eastern Cape. That's a very long
It's another one.
with Sean. Imagine the founder of PeacePlayers, you're spending time with him and we are trying to found another project.
Another organization.
So I've learned a lot from that guy during that trip. Because we went from Potchefstroom to East London. From Tata, Port St. John's, Ndabakazi, Ngcuka, we went all those places. Yeah. So Ocean 2 came and then we constructed an idea so that we can build them follow-ups. And then Terry Ford, who was the managing director of HF, came and he had an interview with us because this was a big deal.
Yeah.
This was a big deal. We had a campaign which was run internationally, hip-hop movement against HIV.
Testing a million.
Which was
Wanted
one
to test a
idea.
million.
Okay.
And we did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. About Sean, so we learned a lot from that guy. We learned a lot from that guy. And then Sean came and went. And then David was around. And then
we started doing conferences. I remember the first one, which was like combination of Siabatanda, Grow Cooler, and SIA. We did it. We did that one at Gobezela. So basically, we had a panel discussion. There were people from PeacePlayers.
Yes.
There were community activists. There were artists, and then we are trying to come up with a common goal of how can we learn from one another from now on. There is wise weights now that is existing in our structures, and then SIA. So we did that up until we collaborated. We made from the roots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
and from the roots is running a shared resource center now, which we call a base camp.
A base camp, yes.
In Umla's K section.
Yes.
And we also do high school leadership program, high school leadership program as an outreach.
Yeah.
That's what we are focusing on right now, and then with the side of music production and visual production. So
before maybe we move to another point.
You're covering all my questions.
This is like the third base camp.
Okay.
Actually, the one that we have right now, because Phumlani mentioned something about the base camp that we were renting when we were Wise Weights.
Yes.
And then we had another second base camp in J section where we are renting a space. Now proper, we have a studio, we have a salon, but we had a base camp there. And then we had another one now, the one that we did when we were coming from the States. We had an opportunity for me and Phumlani to go to the States through David to go and fundraise for now a proper base camp, something that we can purchase and then we do our activities. So I was there in New York, went to Detroit, Chicago, but the mission was to fundraise so we can buy a space in Umlazi. And then Phumlani did the same trip. But went for basketball. I think we went to
Brooklyn, New York for a week.
Yeah.
Boston.
Boston,
coaches across America for a week. And then I went to Chicago with David Flynn. Just chill, brainstorm, relax, make connections.
Then we did events that side. We were organizing events, mobilizing creatives and people who were doing more. I remember I attended a training in the place called Dander's House, which is a foundation that was started by Kanye West.
Okay.
It used to be called Kanye West Foundation, but when I was there, It was Donna's house, which is Kanye West's mother's name.
Yes.
And my facilitator was Rhymefest, which was a guy that I was looking up to in a hip hop game. You know, I used to play Rhymefest music, and then now I had Rhymefest like coaching me how to freestyle.
Hey.
You know, so we did a lot of activities, but we're trying to fundraise for this base camp that we have.
Yeah.
So I came back, Phumlani came back, we take all that money together, and then we bought a space in K section, K761, Road 1041 in Umlazi. So it's a resource center, it's a hub, it's a creative space for activists, for artists. So we're doing more. Right now we're doing more. We have a program that we're running for high schools, which is called Changemaker Network Program for change makers. So yeah, we also have a studio. We also doing consultation. Phumlani is a director. Basecamp caretaker is the one who's running things.
Who's running
right
things
now,
right on the ground.
On the ground, as well as myself.
Wow. Hey, I feel you've
There's
offloaded
more.
on me.
I think we need like
offloaded on
there's
me.
more.
Give me a chance to breathe and take it in. That was a huge offload. But it's wonderful to hear the different projects that you've been doing. The fact that it didn't only stay here, but you've went abroad just to innovate. You even had a project abroad.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful to hear that there's a history that falls under, from the roots. Like there's actually a root that came in funding it and making it what it is right now. I have a surprise video for you. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a surprise. So check out this next video. Hope you love it. Write down in the comments if it was a surprise or you guys seen it before. You already know it. But I promise you it's a surprise video. Here it goes.
My name is Sihle and my surname is Ndima, aka Mhligo. I'm an artist, I'm a social entrepreneur.
Mhligo, as an artist, is someone who's always been passionate about social change and youth development.
I've worked with From the Roots for the past 3 years to start up my production, which is Grow Coolp Multimedia Production.
It's a space, it's a place, it's a base camp where the youth, they come and we normally hang and do music. They have no place like this, you know.
I started Social Innovation Advocates about 3 years ago to help people like Mhligo kickstart local community projects. Now, we're changing our name to From the Roots, rebranding on April 26th, and we're trying to bring Mhligo to the States, but we need your support.
Flow, Cooler, it's me production. I need more Cooler, I will be productive. I got few things that I need to maintain. I'm the leader, the king, I'm the captain. The world needs people like us. We need to raise like $5,000. The trip to Chicago will mean a world to me. When I come back from Chicago, I will have more information, more knowledge to help the youth around my community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let us continue. Adon, I know you've been on your toe. I hope you like that video. I thought it was a surprise. I always got you when it comes to video and surprises. So moving on to our next segment, I know you guys were part of PeacePlayers, and I love the fact that you've never stopped being part of the organization. So now I want to look at you as people that provide service, to PeacePlayers South Africa, and your significant role, at the citywide tournament, because you play a huge role at the citywide tournament.
Yeah.
No one does what you do. No one can do it better than how you guys do it.
Yes.
So do you remember your first citywide tournament? Take us through the day, the event. What was unique about it? Because it's the first one. It was our number one. Now we're at number 41. So that was our number one. And how was it?
Yeah, man, I don't remember much.
I know I'm taking... it's way
But
back.
I think I remember.
I remember everything about the situation.
It was always on the spotlight.
Okay.
But you know what I can remember, dude? The smile in the kids' faces, when we were meeting at the school, the buses, the buses, the trip. I remember that excitement you're gonna meet. With me now, I was that guy. Sometimes I was too serious because I wanted Otandega to win. As much as we're playing for peace or we're playing for what, I wanted to win.
This is where it comes from.
Yes, I wanted to win. From the get-go, I wanted to win. As much as sportsmanship and everything, we were good, but I wanted to win. And my strategy, it was sometimes to the managers, it was not, but because we were winning. When we were playing with the kids from the suburbs,
Yeah.
we were winning a lot in such a way that they say, no, that's not,
Calm down.
let's relax. Let everybody enjoy the game.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What I remember about the citywide tournament, is crazy. Citywide, it was called citywide, but it started happening in different townships. We had to have our own tournament in Umlazi.
Okay.
And then Ilamont had something happening, and then in Molweni, Nakona, Chaswet. But it was brought together for a vision of like saying, let's all come together now in one space. I remember we tried to do it at by North Beach.
Yes.
By there was a court there by ShopRite.
Okay.
There is a police station now. There's a library there, but there used to be basketball courts there, if I remember quite well. And we tried to bring coaches together for planning the citywide because this was something huge. It was going to be the first one, and we are all coming to different ideas, And then I remember the first one happening. Maybe you saw on the clip. That's
your first one.
Yeah,
not my first one.
Okay.
Oh, you remember? You remember now your first one?
I don't remember my first one. It was. I think it was 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2005.
Yeah.
There's no highlight.
With my first one, I remember I was deep involved because I even created a song for Peace Players.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever there's Peace Players, I used to do something like a rap to make the kids, be one. The thing of being an entertainer, So it started there on the citywide. And then sometimes go and help the DJ because while we're coaching, our kids are losing and then I don't have nothing to do. I'll go and sit with the DJ. And then I'll ask the DJ if I can contribute here, So, so I started that song. I wrote the song about Peace Players. Maybe I'll share the song at the end.
Yes.
But it was something great because I wanted for us to have the anthem. And with music, it's always powerful because when I sing something or when I teach you how to sing that thing, you will remember, everything we are Peace Players, we are preaching divines, we're changing perceptions, so I was putting everything on how do we do our layup, 1-2 step, and then layup, so I was involving everything that we are doing when we're coaching kids basketball as well as our life skills. So my experience with Citywide was always amazing to see the kids together, the smiles, who's winning. It was very competitive, as Phumlani was saying. We were like coming to win as Gqobezela because that was my first school when I was coming to the Citywide, and then I was also involved with rapping and entertaining. So that was my experience, and then it's still happening now. We're contributing a lot. We're bringing sound system as from the roots.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be service providers right now? It's for Peace Players.
I think for me, we're so lucky because there were many of us like before, coaches, and then other people are doing their things now. But we are having that opportunity of being there still, and being service providers. And with hip hop, with Peace Players and basketball, for me, it's crazy because hip hop is always involved. When somehow when you speak of basketball, hip hop is there, So, and then music is there.
Yes.
When you're an athlete, when you are a sportman, you will always want something that will put you in that zone. So that's our contribution. We bring music, we bring track sounds that will motivate kids and coaches while they're doing their work. So it's amazing to see that we are still part of the PPSA team, bringing our service, which is music, which is something that we like most. And it's happening.
That's great. What are some lessons that you've learned? I know you spoke about how your experience with being service providers at Peace Players. So what are some lessons that you've learned through PPSA, and what are these lessons that you continue to apply in your daily lives? I know.
Go first.
Yeah. No, collective. You know,
Yeah.
there is a lot we can do
Okay.
if we are united. You know, children who can play together can learn to live together. Ne?
Yes, yes.
So that's what we're doing. That's the most important thing about Peace Players as well. Giving hope, promoting togetherness, you know, so we can better ourselves in our community.
I think we came on at Peace Players on the point where there was like more people who were hungry to do more for their communities. I remember Osa from Lamontville and Abolulama, they had poetry sessions. They were doing something as well with their, township as well. And then we had guys from the city who were doing something at the DUT. There was something moving.
There was always something.
And then when we come together and on our retreats, the fire the level will be there because there's competition amongst us.
Okay.
But at the same time, we are motivated by each and everyone who's here stories because we had individuals who were doing A, other individuals were doing B, and then we're on the retreats. And our retreats, guys, there was too much adventure. So that's why when we see us talking like this and our confidence, we were doing serious adventure like going up Ayabelungu, man. We're going up Kobeni, facing our fears. We're going on the mountain. We're jumping from the mountain into the hill. We were doing snake pits. We were going in the forest, like trying to look for, those games that we used to play on the retreats. I think they've built us. They remove certain fears to us. We're doing a serious job in the township, but to us it's just jig. We have from the roots, we're working with the community. But we don't know how that thing is so powerful. Sometimes you can get killed by doing that thing because you are raising awareness. You are talking things that politicians are not doing, But we don't see that. We don't have any fear because of the retreats that was done by Peace Players.
Wow.
Incredible. So we're on fire. You see my fire?
Yeah. Yeah, but so nakona, at some point, there are a list of people who played a huge role.
Yes.
Back in the days. Mhligo bebala baselamont. In Umlazi, there are people who were even closer to Shonto, closer to Brian. There is a team called Umlazi Island Blasters. The team had Ushaba. There was a guy who was very active to Ushaba who was the guy who started the first year of playing for Peace.
Yeah.
May his soul rest in peace. So I do them here when I coach with PFP.
Yeah.
Umotombo, Opi, where umenzi zungu. Saya simbize ngomenzi cash because indaba yakhe kuba se-office ehlala nabelungu thina so coach la kodwa ubhuti isiphethe kahle imanager semlazo simgcona simbize ngomenzi cash ngoba manje yabo wayese-office abantu base-office babuye kube yabo leyo ngoba kwama-boss ethu sibuye so yeah bro, so there are a lot of people who play a role, dude, but yes, Mhligo ke wayisho leyo nto, We did community work before PPI, but we didn't know Uguti how far it can go, what is the extent, and then how important is it, And then when we joined PPI, we learned a lot about dealing with community issues and dealing with the kids and dealing with organization, dealing with the people.
Yeah.
Like specifically, I've gained a lot,
Yeah.
And then it gave us hope. We can actually solve our problems.
Yeah.
That is why we are not, we are not giving up right now, because we're gonna solve this problem.
Yes.
We are gonna solve this problem. We are working on strategies. We are not worried. We are thankful to the people who had the programs at the past few years. We are thankful to to municipalities and the government people. But now some of those ideas and those programs are not working, and it's even worse now. You know, the corruption is worse, so nothing is happening. So we are not scared. You know, we have programs that are gonna make our township better, and you are doing them.
Yeah.
You know.
Coolp, you're already going into, I don't know how are you reading my mind? I want to know, you know, we have our 41st citywide tournament coming up.
Oh, yes.
And I know you guys are going to be there.
Yeah.
So what is your message to the young people attending, to our stakeholders, our volunteers, our alumni? What do you have to say to them?
For me, I would just say, guys, let's do more. You know, when you are watching this podcast, maybe you see we've been doing things back to back because we enjoy doing more.
Yes.
Like, I wanna bring that fire, that energy to everyone that is watching, whether you're young or you're old. Please just do more than what you are doing. Like, get out of your comfort zone. Come back from school, start something else, you know, found yourself, be a thinker, and do more than what you are doing.
Coolp.
Yeah, I would say ebantwaneni, respect.
Yeah.
Abantwana bahloniphe othisha and respect their coaches and respect themselves. Go coach nakuthina sibadala, let's respect each other and respect life. You know, and respect parents as well. Yeah, we have parents who are politicians, some of them, you know, we can't really respect. But, you know, let's respect collective. Let's fight, you know. We are so poor in our communities because we don't love each other anymore. We don't love one another anymore.
Yes.
You know, and people who are managing our country, they totally don't love us.
They're doing something
So
else.
I say each and every day, let's love each other on the ground. Let's help each other on the ground. People are up there, don't need our help. We must help each other on the ground.
Yeah.
You know?
That's powerful.
Respect each other.
Yeah.
Volunteer. Respect abantu abadala. Respect life.
Yeah.
Avoid drugs. Try to figure your way out, musu in. That's the distraction. The township, we have too much Yamachuhind. But we don't have Umlazi Youth Center. But we have luxurious joints for Uchwala, you know?
Yeah.
This does not make any sense. You know, we are not in the position as the country, as the township people, to just be happy nje. For what?
Yeah.
You know? We don't need to just be happy. We need to focus to fix our problems, you know? So that is why we have an event coming up 13th December. You know?
December.
Yeah.
We have an
Which is
event
called
from
Positive
Roots.
Chillers.
Yeah.
People have been doing chillers ever since. People have been dancing ever since, but we still poor. You know? So we need to be serious.
Let's do it positive.
and dance when we celebrate something. You know, in this country for now, there's nothing to celebrate.
Yeah.
So we always, we are thankful for Nasip. You know, at some point we'll talk about Nasip, you know, when the time is,
time is right.
with us. Yeah, Nasip, we thank him a lot. She's a very good example of a very hardworking person, you know, and she never forgets us. You know, we are providing the sound. You know, she loved people. You know, she was our favorite person. We were together as coaches.
Was.
You know, she is, but you know, back in the days, she was she was inspiring me a lot. You know, even Sunday. I mean, I'm inspired by the people. You know, I coach by the people maybe who are on the ground, who are humble. You know, those people who are up there. They don't inspire me a lot, you know, because they are just up there and they are lazy now. They don't know what we need, you know. So that is why I love people, you know. Sometimes that love to me become dangerous because I love everyone. If you're drunk, I love you. If you are poor, I love you. If you're HIV, I love you. I love everyone. Yeah, but at some point, there's a problem. But we need to love one another.
All right. I like that you mentioned one thing. I think I'll print it. It's citywide. #respect.
Yes.
That is something that goes way beyond. It goes above all. It goes above everything.
Yeah.
This is the part of the show which I don't like. It's when I have to say goodbye and I have to leave, and the conversations are still going. But what are your final statements, your final words, your final thoughts to the listeners? What is that one thing you wish to tell them before we
Yeah, let me finally azoba mangaki. Athi finally ke ugcina. Okay, that's cool, it's cool.
Man, I'm not good in talking kakhulu. Ngivele ngicude.
Oh, sorry. Yes. You owe me a song. I was about to say you owe me a song.
So there's this song. I've mentioned this like here on the interview before, which I wrote the song about Peace Players. But before I do it, I do my verse. I used to say, "Ish, yini ngihambe ezokwenza ukuthi ingane zibe involved and move." So I thought of something like that said, wonke umuntu njengamanje isandla sakhe asithi ngeke. Oh, wonke umuntu njengamanje ikhanda lakhe alithi ngeke. Woza, wonke umuntu njengamanje umzimba wakhe uvele ulenge. Yeah, wonke umuntu njengamanje isandla sakhe asithi ngeke. UPPI usebenza kuma area u7. Ma ucoach ugrade 6 no grade 7. Ngezulu ubingelela ngesixhosa molweni. Ukhona embumbulo, yes, nasemolweni. Durban City, Lamonti, Chaswe, Tumlazi. The last one is Wentwet. It's a great, wonderful day. So dlala basketball. Just remember, we lay up, uti 1-2. Now, njengamanje, let's go 2. We balance, eyes, elbow, and follow through. Mhligo repayo nganjelis through. Oti wurumi, maktu yakora, ngoba bathi yo, maktu yiskora. We preaching device, umfundisi mkai advice. Ngashe qaleni, utayo hlala emqaleni. Listen, hey, was wonke umuntu njengamanje isandla sakhe asithi ngeke. Yabo, you see fun.
This is so beautiful, beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, Roba Mara. Yeah. I know.
No, thanks guys.
Lapha magama okugcina nje ukubonga isikhathi sakho nokubonga sinifisela inhlanhla ukuthi ninga give up Peace Players. Ngiqhubeke njalo. Izingane ziyalidinga lolu sizo, kakhulu. Ngcono kuba khona okukhona kunokuthi ngabe khona lutho. Umuntu ufundiswe yiPPI into eziningi nje umbone engaka nje. Wenza ama projects, amnika ama stipend alale edlile through PPI, so PPI ningawuyeki bafethu.
Sne base camp manje from the roots because of Peace Players. It's crazy when I'm saying it, but it's the fact. It's the fact because man, we met people through PPI and then now we have a resource center.
Right.
Yeah.
Jen?
So bonana ngomhlaka
on Saturday.
Okay.
That one is on. And I know you guys don't disappoint.
And
it's funny you guys are there 7 a.m.
Ah, very it's on.
6:30 a.m.
Sifiyaqala ngisho kunani.
Yaphila i-community kumnandi ka PPI ngoba usukubona i-future. All these children are the future, man. Yeah. So if you invest to them, you know you're making the future of this country. So we love kids. Hey, I thought I was gonna have like maybe 12 or 15 children, but I have only 2.
Yeah.
And thanks to the volunteers abake bafika benza umehluko empilweni zethu. Ngiyibona we sike sikhohle sithi ama Americans afike they come and go, but most of those guys they made an impact in our lives, and thanks to different coaches whom we worked close with during that time. There are many of them, and the management about Dawi. There were things that we used to do, which like right now, I'm like, I miss that time, So thank you very much, guys, for making us remember times that were making us feel good every day.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. From the team, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much for joining us today. I think you've kind of taken us back to why did we start what we're doing, why are we doing it, and and what's ahead. So Coolp, Mhligo from PeacePlayers South Africa, thank you so very much. Yes, snaps. Wow. Hey, we've reached that part that I don't like, but unfortunately, we have to close. Like you've heard us saying, see you at the 41st Citywide Tournament happening on Saturday. This Saturday, not last Saturday, not December Saturday. This Saturday, the 1st of November at Kearsley College. Hope to see you there. Please remember, yes, it's the end of our podcast, but it's not the end of what we do. Continue to follow us on our social media at PeacePlayers SA on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. And if you want to watch this podcast, you should be on YouTube right now. And when you're on YouTube, don't just watch, but like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment, tell us what we need to do, what you like. And I know those for our faithful viewers, our loyal viewers, I know you are going to see the difference and you're going to outline the difference. All right, ladies and gentlemen, from the Beyond the Court podcast, from our wonderful guests, we'll check you out. Bye. Yeah, you come here and you.
Hey, I start now. It's